Right. Live feed. We are up. All right. Welcome, everyone. Starting a little late today. Normally class is at 10:30 on Thursdays and Saturdays for the live stream. And just a couple little hiccups, getting the baby down for a nap and different things. So a little bit of a late start, but thank you for your patience. Apologize for that. We are going to begin today's class laying down. So have your mat, maybe extra padding if your spine is sensitive, and go ahead and begin in a nice reclined position. We'll do our first pose, which is the same as our last pose, Shavasana. And just take a little time to run a body check. See how you feel. Notice your thoughts. And bring your awareness to the breath. Deepen the breath. A little bit more each round. Take time with the exhale, really working on slowing down the breath. And go ahead and bend the legs. Bring the feet together and open the knees. This is butterfly pose. And notice how you feel in your spine. If you need extra support for your lower back, maybe put a blanket or a pillow under the feet. That will help to neutralize the spine. Arrange the arms however it feels really relaxed for you, and take several more deep breaths. And go ahead and lift the knees and bring the right knee to chest. Hold the back of the leg and stretch. The leg extending up, toes down, heel lifting. Deep breath. And go ahead and switch sides. And then take knees to chest pose. Open the arms, take the legs to the left with the body twisting right, and ground the right shoulder. Relax the feet. If the leg doesn't go all the way to ground, put your arm underneath it. And then taking the other side. And when you feel nice and complete with both sides, come on back to center. Hold the backs of the legs. Roll on up. And draw the sitting bones back. Lifting the arms, setting the shoulders, drawing to the abs. Feel open in the chest with the arms extended. You may need to sit on a towel or a blanket. And if your shoulders or neck is really stiff, lifting the arms less aggressively is good. You do want to lengthen the arms if you can, but not completely rigid. The shoulders are low and the hands are soft, even though the fingers are long. So there's that perfect balance of being engaged, but not being tense. And then reach forward through the chest, take a forward bend. It's fine to bend the knees, and you can just hold the shins. We're doing this early, not to go super, super deep, but just to calm the mind, just to get grounded and chill before we get more active in practice. Go deep with the breath. Don't worry about going super deep with the body. Like I said, this is normally do this at the end. We're doing this early just for more mental clarity. So don't worry about how far you go with the body. Just focus on the breath and getting steady in your mind. Switch slowly to hands and knees. And extend the right leg and lift the left arm. Switch sides. And then release. Face down. And inhale, lift, easy cobra. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift, legs and chest. Easy cobra to locust. And then lower. Now use the arms a little bit, cobra. And exhale a little lower. And then take the arms behind the back and inhale, half locust, clasping the hands and opening the chest and shoulders a little bit more. And exhale, release. Place the hands alongside the upper shoulders, maybe a little higher and wider, and take another cobra. See how that feels. Hold for a couple breaths and try and feel openness in the chest. Come on down. And then tucking the chin, rolling up to cobra. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Dog stretch. And then walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold the arms into each other, take a waterfall pose, or sometimes called ragdoll. Just letting yourself hang down. You can have wide feet and bent knees if you need to adapt for more comfort. Stay with the breath a few more rounds. And then put a big bend in the knees so your back has a lot of support. Let's stand tall and lift the arms. And then bend the arms and stretch in the triceps. Shoulders low. The tips of the elbows are tall. We're drawing into the abs, the glutes down, and we're breathing. Arms extend, weave the fingers and push up through the palms, lift through the index mound and really set the shoulders. And again, keep drawing into the abs and tucking the tail just a tiny bit. It's not really a full tuck because the back doesn't round. It's just a lengthening down as you're lifting up through the sternum. And then swan dive over the legs. Hold for a breath or two. We're getting very grounded today, being steady in postures. And then walk back to plank position. Raise push-up position. Lift out of the shoulders. Have the wrists a little bit in front of the shoulders if you need. And knees down. Lower all the way down. Locust with arms back. And then come on down. Okay, cobra. And lower. This time, tuck the chin and roll to cobra. Exhale, lower. Feel free just to lift to neutral or bring the hands low to like the low ribs and take upward dog and draw into the core. Downward dog. Head down, hips high. Let's take child's pose and just rest. Transition when you're ready to hands and knees, and then turn to the right or whatever side's facing the screen. And walk or hop the feet apart. Prop up under the fingertips. If you need, work on lifting the chest. Breathing deep. Let's take 5 breaths here. Spreading the toes. If you have tight hamstrings, bending the knees a little, but otherwise you're engaging the legs, engaging the back body muscles. The spine is supported. Supporting the body, mind, and emotional experience with the breath. Deep inhale. Smooth exhale. Draw into the core. Stand on up. And then open the right foot. Sometimes the foot opens diagonally, but it's best to open it straight forward or excessively open. And then we'll take warrior 2. My knees right above my ankle, not too far. And you sit low into the pose and keep the back leg strong. If you're newer to practicing, you can have shorter distance between the feet, and you don't have to sit that low. But do breathe deep and enjoy slowing down the exhale. We'll transition to triangle pose. You lengthen the right leg, really lengthen the rib cage, and take triangle. Body stays open. If you're losing the openness of the body, you can draw into the core, maybe lift a little more and open. It's better to be in line with the core and open rather than reaching low and leaning down and closing the chest. And come on up. Adjust so you have the right foot pointing in, and you open that left foot. Maybe adjust the width, shorter or longer width as needed. Warrior 2. Keep the left knee opening. The foot is fully forward or slightly open to help with that knee alignment. The arms are lifted. You're level in the hips. The hips tend to shimmy, but it's better to level, and you'll stretch more through both hips that way. And of course, we're breathing as we're stretching and toning the muscles. Transition, triangle. It can be down just a little bit. Just don't push on the knee. Just below it's a good place. And eventually you can go lower. Breathing deep all the while. Back leg very strong. And we'll come on up and center the feet. Bring the feet a little closer and open both toes. Take horse stance or Devi Asana. You bend the knees. Use the hands to help the knees widen. The arms can lift. Sit nice and low and breathe. And stand and gradually bring the feet closer to each other. And next we're going to do a nice squat pose. So you don't want the feet too close. Wider than the hips is good. If you don't feel good squatting, then you can do a variety of things. Sit on a bunch of props, put a blanket under the heels, or just do a seated butterfly. That's a good alternative. Something for the hips. A few more breaths here. And we'll gradually stand up and bring the feet together. Go ahead and open the arms and extend out the left leg for a shooting star pose. A little bit at first, working on the side of the hip strength and eventually opening more. And other side. First, take a moment to make sure all the weight's grounded under the left foot. Open a little bit and stay with that, or eventually leaning down more, opening the leg more. And coming back to center. Next is tree pose. You can have the foot on the calf or have the foot high into the groin and have the heel working into the muscles to get a good pressure point therapy on the muscle. Open the knee, left hip is back, arms are lifted part way, holding the hips or the wall might help, and eventually you can have the arms overhead. Deep breath. And let's go ahead and change sides. So you can have the foot on the calf or higher. The heel works deep into the hip area, right hip back, left knee open. Option to lift the arms. Steady with the breath. And then release. Let's go ahead and widen the feet. Have the feet facing the side or turning in a little bit. And hinge down. Deep breath. You can optionally bring the hands forward like a dog position and relax the neck down more. And bring the hands back under the shoulders. And drawing to the core. Stand on up. Open the right foot. Really get that good openness like we talked about, and angling the back foot up, that helps. Do another round of warrior two. Deep, deep breath. Next is side angle. And then side angle with the arm behind the back, emphasizing opening the chest more, working the knee open. Transition to triangle with the arm behind the back. Again, really emphasize that rotating open of the chest. It will help you to be more flexible. It also takes strength. One of the nice things about alignment is it takes strength from the core. So you get stronger. It also keeps the body healthier. You go deeper into the stretches. The downside, which isn't a downside really, but what holds people back is it takes more concentration, more dedication, and more patience. To do good alignment, you have to sometimes reach less. And that goes against the urgency of the mind that wants to get done with finishing the pose. But there's no finishing the pose. It's a process and a practice. So you keep refining, you keep practicing, and you maintain patience and breath. Very good. Thank you for listening. Let's come on up and turn the left foot open, the back foot in. It's always good to take extra time with the footing if you need. We'll take that warrior two form, breathing and enjoying that, feeling nice and strong and flexible more and more all the time. And then side angles. Commonly, we can bunch up in the shoulder, but stay light on the arm, lifted out of the shoulder, open in the chest, and then right arm behind the back, staying very open in the chest. The abs are supporting the spine. Deep with the breath. Next is triangle with the arm behind the back. Remember, it's okay to lift. You want to keep the chest open and only reach low if you keep that nice open alignment in the chest. And as opposed to sinking into that bottom shoulder, loop it out. Left shoulder loops to the left. Legs are active, spreading the toes, deep breath. And let's go ahead and come on up and bring the feet a little closer and open the toes. Do a second round stance or the goddess pose. Knees widening. Use the arms to help with that. And if you can keep the knees open, you can take baby arms. Deep breath. Yeah. Rise up and relax. Feet come closer together. And transition to standing with the feet together. If you have a wall, hold on to the wall. If you need one, stretching the right thigh. Knees together so that the front knee tends to splay out. It's a deeper stretch if you keep it in. And you work the heel against the glute and have the option of lifting the arm. And let's go ahead and do the other side. It's often like this, but it's better if it's like this, hugging in. The knee can be a little forward too. It tends to do that. Not really bad, but it's better if the knees are pretty much just joined. Like from the knees up, it's one big tree trunk, one big leg, right? And then lifting the right arm. Deep, deep breath. Long, slow, smooth, deep breath. And when we're nice and complete, let's go ahead and release that stretch. Down even. Otherwise, hold the foot and extend the leg part way or fully with the arm out to side or holding the hip. And this is a challenging pose, so don't feel bad if you need to adjust or modify. Just breathe. And we'll go ahead and slowly release. Take a moment, feel really grounded under that foot of what's going to be your standing leg on the next side. Start this first phase. Feel free to stay in that first phase or hold the foot, extend the leg part way or fully with the arm out to side, abs in. You're breathing and taking time to exhale slowly. And releasing. Let's go ahead and take upward salute. Plank position. Firming the legs, holding the plank, lifting on the shoulders. Put the knees down and switch to the knuckles. Sometimes your wrist hurts, so plank on the knuckles is a great way to keep the wrist more straight. And even if the wrists don't hurt, this is a good pose for austerity, physical strength, and mental endurance. This is something that they do in the army for exactly those reasons. Here we can work on being the yoga warrior, being calm, steady, and creating meditation and action with the breath as we continue to hold several more minutes. Just kidding. Let's take a nice child. First, put the knees down. Widen the knees. Take wide child. Extend the arms forward. Sink into it. Relax into it. Breathe into it. And let go with the exhale. Transitioning to a comfortable seated posture. Sit on the heels if you can, or sit differently, as we'll be here for a little while, and take a nice deep twist to the right. And twist to the left. Shoulders open, breathing all the while. Now take a big step up with the right foot. Big step forward, right foot up. And take a nice twist. Right arm up and stay lifted out of that left shoulder with it rotating out. So the chest opens deep on both sides. You're breathing. And then come down. Back heel down, arms extend, sitting nice and low, knee forward or slightly open, squaring the hips. And then hands down, lift the back heel. You can keep the hand down and hold the knee and twist, But if you can make a half bind twist, do that. Rotated crescent, back leg super strong. And come on down and glide to downward dog. Deep breath, push strong through the hands, forward and down, and lift out of the shoulders. And knees down. Let's go ahead and take a big step up with the left foot. So you step long, step twice if you need. Make sure the knee is just above the ankle. Work on lifting the chest, twisting to the left. Option to lift the left arm. And come on down. Next is warrior one. Deep, deep breath. And glide down, center the back heel, lift and twist to the left, wrapping the arms, rotated crescent. And transition, downward dog. Light step to right side raised runner. Right foot steps up. And bring the left hand closer to the heel, so it's not too far forward. Turn the left hand to the left and prop up on the fingertips. Now twist, right arm up. So similar like what we've been doing, but a different variation. Come on down. Float on the fingers. Either stay like this, keep the back leg super strong, and an option to lift the chest a little bit and lift the arms, working into the core muscles. This will improve our balance, strength, and flexibility. Plank position. Be strong in the top of a push-up and activate the legs. And put the knees down and take child. Back to downward dog. Light step with the left foot so the core gets stronger. Raised runner. Adjust the right hand as needed. Twist. Right arm down, left arm up. Back leg super strong. And come on down. Float on the fingertips. Stay like this, or come on up, lift the arms, and breathe. Plank position. And then lower all the way. Feet reach back. Inhale, cobra. And see how that feels. Exhale, lower. Tuck the chin this time, roll up to cobra. Exhale, lower. If you feel tight in your back, bring the hands a little higher and wider. Take cobra this time to hold, reaching back through the feet, keeping a little bit of a bend in the elbows. Of course, you can rest anytime, otherwise a little bit more. Stay deep with the breath. Come on down and take the arms overhead and just practice the art of full surrender, letting go and enjoying that deep release. And hands come back alongside the chest. Use the core and lift. Push into the legs, downward dog. Right knee forward, swan pose. If your back is tender, bring the hands more forward. Sitting on a block can help your back and your front knee. Eventually, you bring the hands further back and work on opening up in the chest, helping the back muscles to get stronger while you become more flexible in the front of your body. Release into the forward bend. And come on up and take a downward dog. Left side, swan pose. You can bring the hands further back or have them optionally more forward, depending on what your needs are. Take time to open up in the chest. Remember to breathe deep. And then a nice forward bend. Soften the shoulders. Slow down the breath. Come on out and glide back. Downward dog. Let's transition to sitting. Feel free just to walk up very slow. Sit down carefully. Or if you know how to jump, you can jump to cross-legged. Using the core to land lightly on the feet and then extending the legs through. Lift the arms, lift the chest, set the shoulders, active yet calm presence in the hands and fingers. And then reach forward through the chest, Paschimottanasana. Notice you'll be a lot more warmed up now. And we'll go deep, relax the head, and breathe. Release through the neck, lower the head as a sign of surrendering excessive thoughts in the mind. Letting go and feeling grounded in the pose. And release the forward bend. Open the legs a little bit. Roll out the right thigh. Keep sitting tall. And then do that on the left leg. Yeah, now that the hips are nice and open, you're going to tuck in the left foot and the right. Draw the hips back. Maybe sit on a blanket or a towel if you have one. Range the arms, rest them lightly on the legs. Sit nice and tall. Close the eyes. Let's take about a minute or two of just some quiet time. Very simple time to have the eyes closed and be still. And let's go ahead and switch which leg is forward. Tuck the chin to the chest. Really emphasize the lift of the chest. Take a few little half moon motions side to side, not taking the head back, just down to the side and other side. And when you no longer feel stiff through the spine, renew the length of it, renew the length of the neck. And again, close the eyes. Let's take about a minute or so of just some really nice time for peace and quiet. Come back to the body. And let's switch to lowering onto the back. Set up so you have lots of room and all the padding you need behind you. Lower back and down. Put the left foot on the ground. Take half spider or like a reclined lunge. The right ankle above the knee widening out. The left leg is bent at first. You can keep it like that the whole time or lengthen through the left leg. Lengthen the back of the neck. Deep breath. And let's go ahead and do the other side. Option to lengthen the bottom leg. Deep, deep breath. And release that side. And let's take a hip side stretch. The left leg lengthened, right leg bends, and you roll up onto the left hip. Keep both shoulders on the ground. And just relax into this stretch here. Nice and easy, gradually going to your full depth. Yeah, other side. And when you feel really nice and relaxed, we're going to take now a reclined meditation, Shavasana. Feel free to turn the volume off and do 15 minutes if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll do about 4 or 5. Taking time just to close the eyes and let the breath become very, very soft. And notice that nice effect it has on the body and mind as they mirror the quality of the breath. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. And gradually transition back to knees to chest. Take a comfortable seat. And we'll close class with a clearing breath and 3 ohms. So breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And then inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank you all very, very much. This has been lovely. Less movement today, more emphasis on holding and grounding. So hopefully that is exactly what you needed. Remember, these live streams get recorded, so come back to them. Do the ones you like the most again and again. But if you do like the live streams, I'll do a vinyasa on Saturday. That's a great one for people who are into the movement. And I'll keep doing the Thursday and Saturday live streams. And occasionally, I think I'm going to add, this week I impromptu did a yoga for stress and anxiety. I think I'm going to add that, not every Monday, but maybe once or twice a month. I think that's very, very helpful too. It's a lot less of a strengthening practice, but lots of breathing and letting go and grounding, which I think we all really, really need right now. So thank you again. Classes are for donations. Your donations help me and my family out a tremendous amount. And if you're not able to make them, don't worry about it. Don't feel bad, but do like the video, leave a positive comment, subscribe, and share. That's a fantastic donation to make, a contribution to make towards this project of having ongoing classes online. So your support means everything. Thank you again. And I will see you soon. Take care, everyone. And say goodbye. YouTube first. Goodbye, YouTube.